Today is track prep day, and I've got to take off all the mirrors, tail tidies, turn signals, and all the fun stuff. So stay tuned as we get this thing ready to go to the track in a couple days. Whee! Now, I've already taken the liberty of doing most of this, so I'm just gonna walk you guys through kind of what I did and show you some B-roll clips. So first things first, I had to remove this massive tail tidy section. I mean, look at this thing. This is huge. But what was really cool about it is it's only just 4 bolts and 1 plug. Probably can't see that, but 1 plug that controls your turn signals and your tail lights all in one individual unit. So I'd be interested to see what kind of aftermarket tail tidies are out there for this. But that's not what we're doing today. And what I needed to do was block off the hole that the wire needed to go through. And I ordered something from KTM for 20 bucks that's all official with shorter bolts. But I didn't really have any time, and it's not coming in until March. So I made my own. All right, it's really pretty simple. I just took a clear piece of plexiglass, or just kind of plastic, measured, cut to size, and then I used some washers with the factory bolts. It may not look the best, but hell, look at that thing without the tail tidy. It is so good. And while we're still on this side, passenger foot peg had to come off too. And again, KTM makes a kit for like 40 bucks to give you nice plastics and some bolts. But you just go to the hardware store and you buy some really short M8 1.25 threaded bolts and just throw them in there. Honestly, all you're really doing is protecting those threads from grime and preventing you from cleaning them out later. But passenger side is out. And when I get this exhaust on the other side, then that side will also come out. So no more passenger pegs. Next, as we move down the side, you're gonna notice there's no big honking turn signals on the side of this thing anymore. And these were actually really easy to take off. It's just 1 bolt that you unscrew, and then this whole piece slides forward. And it's kind of just pressure mounted in there. Once you get that piece off, you can just simply twist these turn signals out, and boom, there you go. Now, I was contemplating, do I leave just an empty hole here, or do I put these back on without the turn signals? And well, I put them back on, put the screw back in, and put a little electrical tape over that hole. And it looks okay, but I definitely want some official ones, or ones that don't have this knob here. So maybe 3D printing and ordering those. But turn signals are off and fairly easy. Then we get to these mirrors, and I tell you what, it looks so much better without the giant mirrors up here. But what doesn't look better is, well, all these holes.
Brother,
again, same story as everything else. I've got the block off plates on order. I will see them middle of March or who knows when. I've seen people 3D print them, but these were fairly easy to take off. It's just 3 bolts underneath and they pop right out. And to be quite honest, I think it looks very, very good without the mirrors. Very sporty. Is it going to stay like this? I don't know. I'm kind of getting used to having big mirrors again and enjoy them. But either way, for track days, they're for sure coming off. I mean, do you see what I'm talking about here? Kind of ugly, but so much better without the mirrors. And I tell you what, not as simple as just the 1 bolt and see ya. But pretty darn good. Ooh, what is this? Ah, yes, call it what you will, but this is a front brake guard, or lever guard. And it's on the front brake side. Now, you'll see a lot of racers with these, and there's that common misconception of like, oh, if you're not actually racing, you don't need it. Well, the whole point of these is to protect you from rubbing or bumping into somebody else and yanking that front brake lever and making you scorpion and flip down the track. But for me, I think it looks awesome. It makes it look racy, and I like it that it's extra crash protection. But this is actually one of the Bonamici street levers, and then I got the adapter for the 13 to 14. It's like ALR 13 or whatever, and it works pretty good. It's interesting when you take these out because they are very heavy bar ends, so I'm wondering if I'll get any vibration. But for track, it looks cool. I got no problem being a poser and being proud of what I'm riding when it comes to looks. So yeah, the orange tip makes it a little bit better. But one thing, and I will do a separate video on this, I've harped and harped and harped on Ducati throttle spacers and cleaning up all this slop in the throttle. So I ordered another set, and I'm gonna try test fitting these, and I'm gonna see what I think. There's that common misconception where people like a little play in the throttle so you don't whiskey throttle and kind of hurt yourself, but I'm kind of the person that likes a very tight throttle. My throttle on my 690 and even the 990 Adventure is as tight as you can make it. No play whatsoever. I like that feeling. So it's all your preference. But from a look standpoint, I think it's awesome. And after all of that, you'd think I'd be completely done with, well, track prepping this bike. But one thing I haven't touched on yet are the mods that I'm actually doing or have on order that will be coming soon. When, I don't know, but they will be here. And let me walk you through some of those. First things first, this exhaust has got to go. And I got the Austin Racing V3 Mini R Race Edition, so there's no DB killers in it. And I got the super short one. Yeah, I wanted the super short one because, well, it's lighter, I can get rid of this peg, and I think it will clean up the back end of this bike. That is currently in fabrication, so I'm hoping it shows up soon. But that will be a big change back here. Another change at the back of the bike, passenger seat. So this is currently a not so squishy passenger seat, and that is going to get removed, and I got the orange cowl coming. KTM told me March. So stay tuned for that one. And a lot of the other 3D printed stuff is on the way, but one thing I've always worried about is this headlight and then this running light for track days. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm not going to tear all the fairings off to try to remove it just for a track day, but somebody online actually made this cool 3D printed cover. So I'll be ordering one of those whenever they become available. Then these rear sets. I mean, they're nice, they work, they're awesome, but still, I don't like them. I'm going to get probably, or hopefully, not the $600 KTM ones. I hope somebody else like Bonamici makes a different set, but those will be on the list. So overall, I'm excited for this first track day, and well, the track prep has gone well. I think it looks so much better. I mean, just look at it, you know. Well, we get the kickstand out of here, but it's just such a more race-oriented machine. I mean, it looks the part, even more so, especially with all the crap off of it from the street. But as always, stay tuned for more mods on this bike and what it will turn into. And well, let's go to this first track day and try to keep it clean. We'll leave it at that. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions on some of the stuff that I took off or want me to go into more detail, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, let's go fast. Let's have fun. And remember to keep riding.